All right, picture this.
Hey.
You're a taxi driver in a big city, dodging potholes, avoiding reckless drivers, and somehow still trying to keep your passenger happy. But have you ever wondered how the taxi game even started? Buckle up, because today we're taking a wild ride through the history of taxis. It all began in the 1600s, yes, way back. But they weren't called taxis. They were horse-drawn carriages called hackney carriages. Rich folks would hire them to get around, while the drivers, oh, they were the original bad drivers, cutting off other carriages, overcharging, and arguing with passengers. Some things never change. Fast forward to the late 1800s, and here comes the first motorized taxi in Germany. It was invented by Gottlieb Daimler, yes, the guy whose name ended up on Mercedes-Benz. His taxi had a device called a taximeter, a little machine that counted the distance and calculated the fare.
What?
Basically, it was like the
You need to learn a
first
thing or two about
Uber
it.
meter, but without
You're
the
right.
app.
Sorry.
By the
Let's just not
early
talk about it.
1900s, taxis were everywhere. London had its iconic black cabs. New York had its classic yellow taxis. And in some places, you had drivers who basically took shortcut to a whole new level. They'd take you on a tour of the city just to increase the fare. You're in a hurry? Not in their car. But here's the funny part. Drivers back then were basically winging it. No GPS, no Google Maps, just vibes. You'd tell them where you wanted to go, and they'd either know it, pretend they knew it, or spend the whole trip asking random people on the street for directions. And let's not forget the most important skill of a taxi driver, passenger psychology. You know, trying to figure out if the quiet guy in the back wants to chat, or if he'll strangle you if you talk too much. Some drivers were like stand-up comedians, cracking jokes all the way, while others had the personality of a car engine, cold and quiet. But then came the 2000s, the age of ride-sharing apps. Suddenly, every driver became a professional, and every passenger thought they were a 5-star critic. You could rate drivers, drivers could rate you, and suddenly being a good driver wasn't just about getting you there, it was about keeping you entertained. So next time you hop in a taxi or call a ride, remember, you're not just getting a ride, you're experiencing a piece of history. And if your driver tells you they know a shortcut, just pray it's not the scenic route around the whole city. If you learned something today, make sure to like this video. Subscribe for more chaotic driving and car knowledge in one place.
I'm never taking a cab again. See ya, not that I ever want to see you again.